everyone, my name is Vidia and I run a blog and Instagram account called Mind, Body and Soul. I started this account because over the few years I've been trying to navigate the world of health, fitness, nutrition, and overall wellness. And through that I've realized that it's not only important to take care of your body by exercising and eating healthy, but it was also important to take a look at how you're treating your mind and how you take care of yourself that way. So that's how Mind, Body and Soul came around. So today I wanted to actually talk to you about the new year and creating a clean slate. You can take these tips and just apply it to any time of the year that you feel like you want to start over or just have a clear mind so that you can be more effective and more productive. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about for decluttering your space for 2020 or whenever you wanted to declutter your space is thinking of the 3 major areas in your home that you need to have a handle on. For me, it's my living room, my kitchen area, and pantry, and then my closet space and bedroom. For the living room, I just wanted to have an overall tidiness, and one tip that I have would be to assign a home for all of the things in your home or in your living room so that you know exactly where to put it away when things needs to get tidy. For example, I always find that there's mail that comes in or whatever that I bring into the home, and I end up just tossing it on the kitchen table or the dining table or the kitchen counter, and that gets kind of messy and just clutter, and I just don't like to look at it. So having giving something a home when I am done using it or looking at it makes it easier for me to try and clean everything up. And for my kitchen, what I like to do is to make sure that I go through my fridge at the end of the year, especially at the end of the year, to make sure that there's no expired jars and bottles and things that I had this huge Beets that I opened up in January, I guess, and I never used it, and it's just in the back of my fridge. So unfortunately I had to throw that out because it's well past its expiry, and I guess I never even made anything with it really because it's still really full. So maybe it's just I'm not into Beets. But yeah, going through that and doing a deep clean of my freezer and my fridge, as well as I took the chance this time to look through my pantry and see what I was low on staples, things that I could get at the bulk barn. So I did a little trip to the bulk barn and stock those things up as well.
Welcome to the mountain of clothes here in my closet, which needs to be organized. I'm planning on donating or selling some of these things, so I'm gonna need to wash them and fold them nicely and everything. I've already started a bag over here for me to try and donate or try and sell. I go to a local thrift store to sell my clothes, and also like to pick up a few items there too.
So we've talked about choosing 3 major areas in your home to declutter your space in. In addition to that, what I like to do is join the Apartment Therapy's January Cure Challenge. So basically what you do is at the beginning of January, you would subscribe to their mailing list, and each day or every other day, you'll get an email from them with assignments to go ahead and declutter your space, but in a smaller scale. For example, I'll just go through what we did in January 2019. The first few ones declutter a drawer, make a to-do list, I guess, and then my favorite parts are when you clean, they'll give you a task to clean the bedroom and then treat yourself for flowers. I think that happened every Friday. So another thing I like to do at the end of the year is to declutter my digital space. This includes decluttering my phone as well as my personal home laptop as well as my computer at work. So what I do is like I'll go through my pictures in my phone or my laptop and just delete or even like upload to like Dropbox or like Google Drive, like pictures that I want to like keep, because I've been going through there and like, you know, sometimes I take like 10 photos for that one good one, so I'm deleting all those other 9 ones, and that one good one, maybe I'm like sending that up to Google Drive. And also there's a lot of emails that are like in my unfocused box, I guess, of things that are like, you know, like subscription to like different clothing stores. So that's also a thing that I like to do, is go through my emails and see if I can delete or unsubscribe to like these clothing stores. And I guess like in the past few years it's made me a more mindful like shopper, like clothing shopper too, because now I just think about like, well, what do I need to buy, instead of like, oh, there's a sale at American Eagle or whatever, the Gap, and I'm gonna go spend some money that I didn't need to. So that's also been really helpful. And then I'll also like to go through my documents that I have in there, and also like apps. I've had so many apps on my phone that I realized I don't even use this, and it's like taking too much space. You know, sometimes like, oh, I want to do this cool like editing thing on my phone and I need this certain app for it, and like, okay, I did it one time and I never used it again. Now that you've decluttered your space for 2020, there's a few things that you could do to keep it that way. First is to make sure that you have a home for every item that you have, as well as any item that comes into your house, just so you know where you can put it away when it's time to tidy it all up. And secondly is to be mindful what you actually bring into your home. Is it something that you need? Is it something that brings you, you know, happiness and like it's cute or whatever, and you have joy in that? And that way you limit yourself to like what you actually bring in, and like less things that you can clutter your house with. And then the other thing is to also try and think of a schedule that works for you, that will help you just keep on top of things, so that things don't get out of hand. And, you know, I don't know, every Friday morning or something, you go and clear this area of the house just to keep on top of things, especially areas that are, you know, like prone to getting messy, which is the dining table for my house. Well guys, that's a wrap on my first ever YouTube video. Thank you so much for staying with me through the end and watching it through the end if you are still here. If you like the video, please hit like and share it with your friends and family who want to have a clutter-free 2020. And